What events led to the outbreak of World War I? Although we typically only learn about the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, the causes of World War I were rooted deeply in the history of Europe. The roots of World War I lay in the intense political turmoil which were marked at the turn of the century Europe. These were first, the decline of the Ottoman Empire, second, the growth of competition between Germany and the United Kingdom, and finally the series of Russia's embarrassments. Firstly, the decline of the Ottoman Empire in 1415 started. In 1453, the Byzantine capital and last stronghold of the German Empire collapsed to the Ottomans. By 1683, the Ottoman Empire had a slow and steady growth until the Battle of Vienna. The siege of Vienna started after the Ottoman Empire's forces surrounded the Austrian capital of Vienna and were on the verge of another major colonial conquest, which would have given them control over most all of Europe until Jan Sobieski's army stopped the Ottoman Empire. At the very last second, the rebel soldiers under Jan Sobieski arrived at night. They surprised attack the Ottomans in the morning, and the Ottomans left everything and fled. They wanted to celebrate. Croissants are Viennese and were created in celebration of the Habsburgs' defeat of the quote, croissants are Viennese and were created in celebration of the Habsburgs' defeat of the Ottoman Empire at the Battle of Vienna in 1683, unquote, according to Chris Cratchit. They also made coffee out of dried beans they found. This defeat started a chain of losses for the Ottoman Empire. The Greek War for Independence was another defeat. The Ottoman Empire was becoming the sick man of Europe, losing limbs all over. The Young Turks didn't want to be thought of as the same, so they made an Islamic state. There were many small fights between the new countries that emerged. Also, the growth of competition between Germany and the United Kingdom led to the emergence of the Thucydides trap. But what is a Thucydides trap? A Thucydides trap is, quote, when one great power threatens to displace another, or is almost always a result, unquote, according to Graham Allison. The Turners fighting against Napoleon turned into a nationalist movement for Germany. The French Emperor Napoleon III declared war on Prussia on July 19, 1870, because his military advisors told him that France could easily win, but the French were blinded by national pride, and they were forced to retreat. When the Prussians went against them, they declared that they were making a German empire, as France was negotiating their surrender. This new German empire also rented and made colonies in Africa. British-German relations had traditionally been good, but with Germany's industrialization, Britain's identity as a naval power felt threatened. And finally, a series of embarrassments for Russia left them wanting for revenge. At the Russo-Japanese War, Port Arthur, the Russian general acted like a coward. This was their first want for revenge. It was a very long voyage for the Russian Navy to get back to Japan. Along the way, many ships crashed and needed to get patched up. When they were going past England, they were paranoid of Japanese attack. When they saw many boats at night, they attacked them. But in the morning, they saw they were fishing boats. When Russia refused to apologize, England banned them from using the Suez Canal, so Russia was forced to go the long way around Africa. They were stranded on the coast of Africa because they didn't bring enough coal. It was a nightmare on board. Quote, lying on my back last night, I watched the rats making themselves in my cabin, unquote, according to Eugene Poltovsky. There was also huge amounts of water from hundreds of Russian men in a small space trapped in 120-degree weather. When the Russians finally arrived, the Japanese were prepared and completely wiped out the Russians. Because of this, the Russians were thought of as incompetent, and they obviously wanted to redeem their image, which was one major event leading to World War I, along with the Ottoman Empire's collapse, as well as Thucydides' trap between Germany and the United Kingdom. Thank you.